What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another weekly forecast on gold. So it's been a long time since I'm uploading another video on forecast. Since the Ramadan is over, Eid is over, so I hope that I'll be able to upload videos on YouTube frequently. And let's not waste this time and start a video. In gold, we have the daily time frame open in front of us, and from here we can see that gold structure is clearly bullish, right? So we had our all-time high over here, and gold managed to broke this all-time high, and near this all-time high it created a support, and from the support gold started pumping aggressively to the upside. You could see before creating this pump, gold ranged for almost 10 to 12 days over here. So this was the resistance, this was the support. Before this aggressive move, we had accumulation over here, and it respected this previous resistance, and it created a support on top of that. And then we had this impulse and aggressive move to the upside, which led a lot of imbalances behind. The first imbalance over here you can see is this area, from this to this. Also this is the resistance area that still gold has not tested yet on daily time frame, right? So our bias is bullish on the daily time frame, right? And you could see on the current picture, if I'll talk about, you could see that this was the recent this is the recent order block, bullish order block, and this has not been failed yet on the daily time frame. Also, a point to note is this candle, right? This candle, you can see it has closed as an inverted hammer. We famously know it is, and it has created a lot of wick on the upside, right? So it has shown some selling pressure on gold right now. So on daily time frame, gold is bullish. Let's switch to 4-hour time frame, and on 4-hour time frame I'll explain these levels pretty quickly. This was the demand zone, which had this is the demand order block, I would say, which had led the break of structure to the upside. Yes, this was the daily order block, you could see. So on the previous liquidity seat, we had this order block which broke structure to the upside. This was the break of structure. Yes, this is the break of structure, and on the retest of it we saw an aggressive pump. So yes, this makes this demand zone pretty valid. And yeah, so I was talking about the 4-hour time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, you could see that this is the recent demand zone and the recent order block, 4-hour order block, which is still being respected. It has not broken yet, and I would like to throw some light on these levels as well. You could see that if I'll plot a fib first of all on daily time frame from this swing low to the swing high, right? We have our this is our equilibrium area, the 50% area, and right on the equilibrium area we have one order block candle, right? Another thing is that on near 60% area, near the 61% area, we have the 4-hour demand order block. Further, I have refined it, right? You could see that this order block is still unmitigated and untested, and this is lying around 61% area. So it is pretty possible that we can get a spike over here. Also, we have, I think, this order block to be exact. It is not been tested yet on 4-hour time frame. Overall, it is this zone exactly, 20 to 50, right? 20 to 50 to 20 to 30 area, right? And the 50% area is this one. On further I'll drop to 30-minute time frame, and I'll show you that we have again order block over here. So this zone I have marked as demand order block, so hence green, and this red zones are for resistance area. And recently we can see that this is the 4-hour order block, which is still not broken, and we can see a clean trend line being respected over here. If I'll drop down to 2-hour time frame, if we drop to 2-hour time frame, you could see that 1 2 3 three times gold has tested this trend line, and still it has not broken yet. But the thing to notice from over here is that I'll delete this Fibonacci tool. You could see that gold behavior from past days was something like that it was creating resistance. It was creating resistance, right? And then it was breaking over through it. It broke over through it, tested, and then again it created some sort of resistance over here. It broke through it, tested it, then again created some resistance over here, and yeah, resistance over here. Then it again broke through it. But this time what happened is that this was our recent resistance zone that gold should have respected, right? But it managed to break inside this resistance area. It didn't respected that. uh, the ideal case should have been this one, right? That it should have tested this resistance area. And also in 4 hour time frame we could see that this is there was a fair value gap, right? This is a fair value gap, the extreme fair value gap over here. So it should have tested this fair value gap, and it has should have moved to the upside, right? Again creating another higher high. But the behavior was something different, that we broke to the we broke this resistance area, right? And also if I'll further down to smaller time frame, you could see that on 30-minute time frame it is clearly visible that we had this resistance area which became support later on 30-minute time frame, right? So it became support, and from where gold flied 300 pips again from this support area. So it should have again tested this support or maybe this resistance area, and then again a new high. But things are different now. So we managed to broke through this resistance as well, the first resistance one, and this was the ultimate premium support. We broke this support to the downside. Also this was the resistance zone, you could see over here. We broke to the downside again. So this made my mind changed for the bullish bias. Now thing is that on daily time frame we are bullish, I agree that, but we haven't seen any retracement yet. It is going very aggressive bullishly, and it is moving in overbought territory. So there is very high probability that we could get some sort of retracement for further bullishness, right? So in 4 hour time frame, yeah, in 4 hour time frame still it is bullish, because this demand zone is being holding. But in 1 hour time frame I would say that we have moved the structure to the downside. You could see a market structure shift over here, and as I explained you on 30-minute time frame, this support has been broken, and still now for now it is respecting this trend line, the first thing. And the second thing is that we have the order block, demand order block, which brings me to the conclusion over here that also the point to note over here is that we have our breaker block area, bearish breaker block over area. This before that I'll plot a Fibonacci tool from the swing high to swing low. You can see that this is our equilibrium zone 50, and this is our golden ratio, the 61% area. So this bearish breaker block is aligning with this 61% area. Also in 30-minute time frame you could see that yeah, this area was the support, right? So gold has not tested yet this support. So maybe it's very much possible that the gold will come to test this support on maybe this left shoulder area, total area, and the 61% area. So we have a lot of confluences over here, right? Yeah. So the conclusion from me is that I'll be looking for buys from here. From the current zone we could look for bullish, but due to this Israel and Iran war, as we all know, that I will not go deep into that. You could research it on Google or something, that fundamentally gold is bullish, and the war tension is been rising in the Middle East area. Also we have rate cutbacks from the Federal Reserve, that they will be cutting the interest rate. So this is maybe one of the most two reasons that gold has been pushing so aggressively to the upside. But yeah, so the thing is, I was explaining, this was the breaker block area. Also yes, the 61% zone as well, and this is the current demand zone. So I think due to this war scenario, maybe that market could open with a gap on Monday, right? it could open with a gap, and then later if it fills the gap, we can look for some bullish trade with some confirmation in 5 minute or 15 minute time frame and target these areas, 2390 area. And here is the most decisional zone. We should observe price action over here, that what gold does. If it manages to break above through this area, yes, if it manages to break above through this area and starts creating this resistance as a support, right, this support, and then we should look for bullish trade, buy trades on gold, and so we shouldn't look for any sales. But this is the only reason if it breaks this resistance area to the upside. The second scenario is that if gold anyhow retraces back and test this area, right, this support, this resistance area for now, and we see in 15-minute time frame we see some market structure shift, liquidity sweep, and then shift to the downside, then we can look for sells over here, and eventually we can target this area first of all, right. Again, this could be a trend line, right, so we can target this area. This is the first scenario. The first target could be this area, then secondly we will target these areas. The second scenario is that for selling, sell side I'm talking about. The first scenario was this. The second scenario is this, that if we manage to broke above between through this trend line, if we manage to break through this trend line down, and also we have a sort of support over here, you could see, and if gold manages to break this through this support, also the trend line, then on retest of it we can look for sells. The first target would be this, the second target would be this, right. And one thing more to explain over here is that you could see we have almost double bottom over here downside, and which we have resting, that means we have liquidity is resting on the downside. So we didn't have any liquidity raid before a break of structure to the upside, which makes it as a false one for me, because it is very much necessary that if we have a structure break to the upside, so our liquidity sweep is very much necessary, right. This could be the liquidity sweep, but here you could see that this was creating support, and then we had a break of structure to the upside, and again it dumped down, but we have a lot of liquidities over here. There was no liquidity sweep, hence this break of structure could be a false one, right. This is the probabilities I'm talking about. So I have explained you that this is the zone where we should look for sells, right. If gold manages to retrace around this area, and the first area is this, the second area is could be this one, right. You could see on the left hand side this was the resistance zone, and we have the fair value gap. So this area, if gold retraces back, and then we can look for sells over from here, target this area and this area and this area, right. The second scenario for sell is that if it breaks this trend line and this support, on the retest of it we could look for sell, first this area target, then second this area as a target. The third scenario for buying is that on from here we should look for buys as a confirmation on 15-minute or 5-minute time frame, and the first target should be this one, right. If gold manages to break this area, then on certain sort of retracement from this area, 61% area or maybe some order block, then we could look for further bullishness on gold, and we could target 2450 and eventually 2500. So I hope it's clear, the bias and everything, the levels are clear. I'll drop this chart to my Telegram, right. So if you are new to this channel, if you're watching this video for the first time, please do not forget to subscribe it, please like the video, and if you have any doubt and if you have some feedback, please comment box is all yours, right. Your feedbacks over there, and do not forget to join my channel. I'll drop the link on the description below, and feel free to enjoy daily free analysis on gold and levels that I execute personally. I upload there for free. So that's all for today. Thank you, and I hope we'll meet soon on the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.